Sorry, I dropped my crusher.
It's fine. Let's go to the BTR section.
Yay!
Are we gonna be using these vehicles?
No, these are enemy you need to know about. So because there's some easy tricks that you can kill them very easily.
Yeah, just for clarity, to reiterate,
These
that's not even an
to
SOP.
the right side.
Vampire.
To the right side is. Yeah, go
Vampire,
ahead, John.
real quick, just to reiterate that, it's not even an SOP thing, it's a server rule. It's in like the 10 commandments. No use of Op4 assets ever under any circumstances. So you can never get into any Op4 Vic, even if like they have a Humvee, which is clearly American made, can't even get in it. The one exception is like you killed an enemy truck and you're sitting next to it and the fucking engine is killing your ears. Get in, kill the engine, hop out, but you can't drive it.
Quick question regarding like taking the tracks out of enemy Vics. Is that legal?
Yes.
Yeah, you
That's
can do
fine.
that.
Alright.
Tracks, wheels, including you can usually these vehicles in their inventories have some first aid kits. If you put those in your inventory, they will automatically turn into a couple of bandages. If you loot enemy bodies, you can also pick up the first aid kit, not the grenades, not any of the offensive things, but the first aid kits turn into bandages. That's fine.
Yep.
Okay. So to the right side of the BTR over here, we have gases, or as we know.
You cut out, Vampire. You cut out after, as we know.
So the real name of these are gases, the vehicles to the right side of the BTR, but we call them in the server a Tiger. The Tigers are basically equivalent for our Humvees, for the American Humvees. They are armed with the PKM and the GMG. Lucky for us, I don't know how to use the GMG, or we would have been all dead.
No, they use them sometimes. I've been engaged by GMGs off of these things.
Oh my god.
That's the Zeus.
Oh,
Yeah?
They don't know
Motherfuckers.
how to switch between the guns.
I don't know. I don't trust that, man.
So over here you have the BTR 60, or sometimes there is I think this is the 80 version. Yeah, this is the BTR 80 version. It's armed with a 20mm. If I'm wrong, I think it's 20. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is a 20mm. The other one is a 30mm. A 20mm it have both HE rounds, EP rounds, and machine gun, of course. I think it's called a PKM. I don't know. Anyway, it have a machine gun. This is the equivalent of a paper 10 LAV. If you have 50 cal, you can penetrate this very easily and you can kill it. Sometimes you might be able to hit it with EP rounds, but we are not provided the EP round in the server. So the best for this is either an ILO, an 84, or if you have a 50 cal vehicle, you can kill it easily.
Obviously, sorry, but obviously if you're
Yeah,
going to be going up in a fight against one of these in a 50 cal Vic, the only vehicle that you have that can reasonably survive a longer than a few second engagement with this is the Striker. So whenever your only option against the BTR is a 50 cal, you're going to want to aim for critical systems and infrastructure and weak points, which Vampire will go over. I'm sorry, Nicholas.
That's fine. So, I can teach you some tricks that I learned from my experience in the server with this vehicle. If you have a 50 car, and that's all you have, if you shoot in the windows, you can easily kill the driver. Very fucking easy. You can penetrate that shit, kill the driver.
That window right there?
Yeah, directly on the window. No, the
Okay.
window. You see this
The
square
metal
The
windows?
latches?
Yeah.
The latches? Yeah.
Yeah, the hatches.
Oh, I got him, boys.
Dang, how you getting up there?
Yeah,
Shift
you
V to vault.
I got him, hold on, where is it?
No, Edge, come on. You cannot
Thank you,
get
Edge.
to the vehicle. You can also, if you see on the turret, you see where there's that smart glass, like the gunner's
Yeah.
vision.
Yeah.
If you aim there with 50 cal, you're gonna kill the gunner, and that's basically job done. Vehicle is useless.
That actually works in this game?
Yes.
Yeah, it works.
That's pretty cool.
Hit
I use this
locational
all the time.
damage on all the Vics. The location of the engine, the location of the crew, the location of critical infrastructure is all accurate, well, reasonably accurately modeled.
I'm gonna cover the engine damage on this one as well, since the both BTR-80 this and the BTR-82 to the left side use the same chassis. So if we cover this one, we cover that one as well. So if you come here to the right side, you see where they put these boxes.
Mhm.
Instead of putting steel, they put wood. Of course, Russians. Anyway, they put wood. So the place of these boxes are the weak points of the vehicle. If you hit those and you penetrate those with 50 car or the IT or 94, you can easily destroy the vehicle. I would say aim for this last one because this is where the engine is. Either with the 50 car or an 80, you're gonna disable the engine and the crew is gonna bail out.
On both sides or just this side?
Both sides. For the engine, both sides. For the other side, wherever there is a wooden box, that's a weak point.
Okay. Got
Also, note, these are obviously APCs, armored personnel carriers. These things carry an inordinate amount of troops. So if
Yes.
you do kill this or get it dismounting, expect a fucking clown car dismount.
If I remember correctly, it's like 8 or 10 people. It's bad.
It's
More
a
like
shit
12,
ton.
man.
12?
Yeah, more like 12 inside and another 12 on top.
I
It's
I
ridiculous.
can't ace interact or check. how
Yeah,
many
it's
folks now. Yep.
Yeah, these are just dummy props right now. On the server, you will be able to interact with them, but obviously not allowed to.
Legally no, but
No.
Okay. So I'm gonna give this, but don't take me on this. Don't do this. This is out of the rule. You see the gun? If you are on an MRAP or a Humvee with a 50 car and you see this thing coming toward you, and as John said, if this thing catches you with a Humvee, he's gonna fuck you up. What you can do if you are, you know you're gonna die anyway, he's coming toward you, aim your 50 cal at the gun, at the barrel. It's just like War Thunder. You destroy the barrel, he cannot shoot. Aim for the barrel, if you manage to hit the barrel, you're gonna disable it. You're gonna disable the gun, you disable the bigger danger. Then you can deal with the dismounts.
Well,
On a 50,
shouldn't the
yeah.
50 cal penetrate the turret as well then?
Yes.
Yes, it
Okay.
can, but
Not
not
as
every
advisable.
shot.
Consistent.
Yeah, not every shot is gonna penetrate, because it all depends on angles and stuff like that. And even if you do penetrate, not every shot that penetrates is gonna do damage to something critical. Might hit next to the driver, etc. So it's modeled in that way that just a hit with a 50 cal doesn't automatically mean damage. So basically, you got 100 rounds in a 50 cal box. You better hope it's full, and you better fucking hope that you manage to damage the critical infrastructure by the time it's black, because you will not have time to reload.
Why am I saying this? Use this as
Last resort. You cut out again, Vampire. Use this as, and you cut out.
Yeah, use this as a last resort. If you are facing this if you don't have a striker, even a striker, if you're facing this, do not stay to engage it. It's gonna fuck you up. It have EP rounds that can easily penetrate the armor.
Yep.
So facing this with a 50 cal, if you have no chance of running and you have no chance of doing anything, just try your luck and hit those critical parts. If you're lucky, you're gonna succeed. If you're not, you're gonna, die.
Happy respawning, boys.
Up to the big boy. This is the BTR-82, more advanced version. A 30mm gun. It can fire both HE and AP, and it have a machine gun. This can
Bigger
fuck
than
up a
the Bradley.
Bradley.
Yeah, bigger gun than
This
the
will
Bradley.
fuck up a Bradley if it catches you. So if you see this, switch AP, burst it. It's very weak against AP rounds. You can easily destroy it. And be careful, because you can cause serious damage to it. It can cause serious damage to you as well. It can even destroy a Bradley if you get catch you by surprise.
So the BTR-82 has a longer barrel and a better scope.
Right.
yeah.
It's got
So-
the whack
Scope does
turret.
have
There's no difference in
Bigger
armor.
dick.
No, same
difference
chassis.
in armor. The Russians are using the same chassis. It's the same
He's black.
It's the
a black
same,
Russian.
basically the lower parts, the same lower parts.
He's got this. It's a black Russian. He's got a bigger dick.
Yeah, they didn't change anything. Just grabbed the chassis, figured out that the gun on that vehicle is weak. They put a new gun.
And gunner is in still the same position. It's not a
As
crisis.
a-
No, the gunner is remote.
Gunner is remote. Okay, then so.
The gunner is remote, so he's gonna be
So
inside with the
50,
crew.
50 cal has nothing
I-
on this.
It's like I think that's like half true, because it's still like the same base turret. The gunner's head is still like in this
No.
like turret
No,
section, but then the gun pops
If
up
this
over
is the
top of it.
modern version, I don't know about Arma, but the modern version they have a remote gun with controls and stuff.
I don't know if
It's
we've
gonna
been inside the striker, but similar setup.
Okay.
Basically, you have a screen in front of you and a joystick, and you aim at people and you kill them, Call of Duty style.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move to the ZSU or Sherka. This is an anti-air vehicle. I think, yeah, this is four 40mm barrels. I think
I
they're
hate this
40
thing.
millimeter.
This thing is deadly against both infantry and armor. If this is catches you, you better kill it, because it's gonna cause some damage. It doesn't have EP rounds, but it does have HE. So if this is engaging you, it's gonna blind you with the smoke of the explosives, of the explosions of the rounds. If you cannot see it, it's gonna kill you slowly.
This thing
This
is
have
AA.
HE rounds.
Yep. This thing is AA, but it will
Yeah.
do armor. Yep.
Oh yeah.
It might not kill you as fast as a
Hey,
vehicle
they
with
use it
EP
on
rounds,
us. That's fucking. I
but
call that
it
meta.
will cause damage. And it will kill you slowly. It will make you suffer.
Medics hate anything with a ZU or a ZSU system because when infantry gets hit up by this, it causes a ton of
Mass
wounds
hysteria.
all over your
Yep.
body.
Mass
Yeah.
hysteria.
First
Everybody's.
experience. Or
Yeah. Can we immediately spot some weak points on this thing just by looking at it?
Weak points. This is a paper 10 vehicle, just like the LAV and the BTRs. If you aim for this hatch, you get the driver. For the guns, I don't really remember, but if you manage to hit the barrels, you're probably gonna destroy the gun. Weak point from the side is you see where there's these windows over here, these small hatches. These are our weak points. These are our weak points. Aim for them. What you can do is, as you can see, it doesn't have a skirt. So
Oh, the
this
tracks are
entire
really
lower part.
exposed.
yeah, so this entire lower part is weak.
She shows us the goods.
She do.
You see this part over here? It's weak. It's very weak. A 50 cal can penetrate it, but again, it's a last resort if you have a 50 cal. This thing can kill you the fuck up if you have a not armored
Oh, yeah.
vehicle. The striking will survive this, but it's gonna cause some mass damage. Not exactly fatal, but it's gonna cause damage to your
Are
equipment.
these back panels direct access to the engine, I'm assuming?
I would say, but it's gonna be well armored from the back. I would say hit it from the side.
Alright then.
The turret, if you aim at the rotation over here, at the rotation build, you might get a rotation kill, so the turret cannot rotate. For the gunners, I don't think you can kill them very easily. It have a lot of steel plates on the sides.
Yep.
So if you see this thing, if it's coming to you from the front, just keep hitting the front of next to this hatch until you kill it, until you kill the crew, or you get an engine kill.
Does killing the radar do anything or no?
No, it
Okay.
does nothing. It might disable the radar function, but if this sees you as an armored vehicle, they don't give a fuck about the radar. They're gonna fuck you up.
Might assist the air, but it's not gonna do anything much.
Yeah, you're probably gonna destroy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the component
for-
should be modeled, so that should work in that sense. But like, if you're at a point where you're in a position to shoot at it, you want to
aim to kill.
prioritize other targets. Yeah.
So, also, just to let you know, I'm going.
You cut out again. You said I'm going and you cut out.
I'm going through the vehicles as priority. So if you remember, we went from the right to the left, so this is the priority. If you see a BTR 80, that's a threat, but it's not a big threat. If you see a BTR 82, it's a huge threat for whatever armored vehicle you have. If you see a ZSU, It's a threat for the air. It's a threat for you, but no, it's not very. It's not like how can I cannot find the word.
It's not as immediate as a third.
Yeah, it's not as immediate, but it's advisable to take it down first because it causes mass problems for the infantry, and they don't like it very much.